All right, here we are. We're in the Q&A.
All right, here. Who are we starting with, Ben?
Right, it's not too big this time. It's actually quite a small Q&A this time.
Okay.
We've got not too many people. Okay, so let's begin with Spooks.
Yo, Spooks, how you doing?
What moment in an LP made you guys the most emotional?
Oh, there's a lot to choose from.
Do you know what? This one's actually really easy for me.
Oh yeah.
The moment that made me the most emotional in an LP, I feel like I've got two. I've got
a few as well.
One was Near Automata.
I was waiting for that one. Yep.
That was like, oh my god, that was amazing. Like, just that, I was like, the emotions for that were just so sky high.
Which part? Without spoiling a lot, I guess.
I mean, without spoiling it, but definitely the ending.
Oh, like, fuck yes. That ending is like, that's a really big punch.
Yeah.
All of them are big punches in them.
Yeah.
They're in different forms. One's an uppercut, one's a hook, one's a straight punch.
And my second biggest emotional moment, I think, was finishing V3.
Yeah, that was a big one as well.
Because for me, like, I think when we were playing it and we finished it, I was very emotional then. But like when I actually became way more emotional was editing the final episode.
That's when it feels like it's really done. Yeah. Because you still got to edit the episodes.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god. Like when we were like the final class trial and I was just editing that and I was like, wow, this is like it. Actually, this is it. This is like the end of the story.
End of an era.
The end of Dango. Yeah, like. And I think like the emotions were like twofold because it was like, I don't know where our channel is going next sort of situation. And like, you know, like that. And then also the climax of how long we had been doing Danganronpa for at that time.
Yeah.
It just built up so many emotions. Like, I feel like it's one of my greatest achievements I've ever done. Like, editing that whole series.
Yeah, well done, man. You did a good job on it.
That was like one of my greatest achievements. But yeah, those are two of the biggest ones for me on the channel, like in terms of LPing. What about you, Joe?
My emotional moment in LP, a lot of them did stem from Chapter 5 of both DR2 and V3, because those were like really pivotal, climactic, emotionally exhausting chapters when it comes to big revelation after big revelation, like the whole thing with Chiaki and in chapter 5 and 2, and the whole thing with Kokichi in chapter 5 of V3. It's just like, just whittling down the mystery and then finding out what actually went down, the motivations. It just really made me like, oh, this is some really heavy shit, man, with the characters that are involved and what their gambits are and their final fates. Chapter 4 of V3 was a big one as well because a character I liked didn't go out in a very nice way. So definitely a lot of Danganronpa moments for sure. Near Replicant had its massive fair share of it. A lot of them stemmed from side quests. The Lighthouse Lady's a massive one. The whole big plot twist on what you're really fighting for is a really big one, because you're in turmoil throughout that game, and then Route B comes along and you get it from their perspective and you're like, oh fuck me, oh this is so bad, like this is like traumatizing stuff.
Oh god, yeah.
And of course ending E, which was brand new with the Kaine shit, was also really emotional too, because that was something I've never seen before. But I think my biggest one, Spooks, is the Soul of Cinder fight from Dark Souls 3.
Oh mate, yeah, do you know what? That was really emotional as well, because it was like the climax of everything.
The climax of Dark Souls 3, unless you count Slave Nightingale from the DLC.
Oh yeah, that's true, yeah.
But man, when you figure out who the Soul of Cinder is, it's not just the other Lord of Cinders, it's also player characters that make a part of it, including like our player character, Opedonius, and that ending in Dark Souls 1 when we were so blind to how that game works, where we actually linked the fire in there, and that just like really hit hard on our lore, especially when in our lore where we're playing as the daughter of that said person inside Solar Cinder. But not even that, it's the game itself, despite a headcanon, where again you find out it's your player character in there somewhere along with other people's play, and and the boss actually acts like a PvP boss fighter.
Yeah.
but like souped up, and the music. When Gwyn takes the wheel, and then his boss theme from Dark Souls 1 kicks in it, and it's a really like somber, dramatic version. Man, it's like, oh man, this is really the end of Dark Souls, eh? It's just
the art of fighting old dudes to depressing music is just an art form that FromSoft just get.
It was pivotal though in Dark Souls 3 though. Just all the games we played up to that moment, and then just pling plong. You recognize it, and you go, oh my god, like it's one of those moments that just made me kind of speechless.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good question, Spooks.
So yeah, that was definitely the Solar Cinder fight from me, Spooks.
Oh, cheers, Spooks. That was a good question.
Yeah, cheers, man.
All right. Okay, let's
Naming
see.
Master. Hey, Naming, what's up? Is there an artist that has caused a huge shift at some point in your life?
Well, this is more for you because you like obviously draw and stuff and take inspiration from other artists. What would you say?
That's a tough question, Naming, to be honest. An artist, I suppose if you mean like an influence who has sort of like changed my life in kind of ways. Man, a lot of music has done that. I suppose you can count that as an artist.
Yeah, a music artist can be that.
Or if you can count like artists who have changed their art style. I suppose if it's a huge shift in my life, I suppose that's what you mean, Naming, where it becomes like, an artist has changed something in my life or something. Let me think. There's a reason why Foo Fighters are one of my favorite bands of all time. They talk about feelings in really like heavy, expressive ways, and like a lot of bands nowadays talk about like political agendas and sticking it to the man and how messed up the world is. But the Foo Fighters talk about feelings. They talk about, people who don't feel like they belong in certain places. They talk about people who have been like under pressure from other people and maybe getting the best and stuff like that. Of course, there's like, someone who has like suffered, but they're learning to pick themselves back up again and get on with their lives. There's so many to choose from the catalogue. When I first discovered Foo Fighters, that was definitely like a really big form of expression for me back in the teenage years, where there was a bunch of pressures from school and people around me and parents and just relationships and all that stuff. Foo Fighters sing all about that shit all the time. And then sometimes they just talk about like fingernails and stuff like that, and dressing in drag too. You can't forget about that one. And the need to just lose your shit when pressures are getting a bit too much for you. Yeah. It's an outlet. It's an outlet for expression, and the music is heavier. And it sounds good. It's got like a really big hard feel to it, and so I would say the Foo Fighters has definitely been a big influence in causing a huge shift in part of my life, where it just felt like I was valid in my emotions about a lot of things when I was younger, growing up, and even to this day, it still feels like it. Like they sing about a lot of heavy things now because they've been through a lot of stuff as well as their listeners too. Like they've like talk about people that have like disappeared in your lives, and not even like how to cope with it, but just feelings, how you feel. Just hearing someone talk about feelings in a really poetic way is like, it speaks to the soul, dude. I don't know what to say.
Oh, Joe, I think there's a package at my door. I've got to quickly go and grab it.
Oh shit, okay, pause.
One second.
I was finished anyway. Edit out the video.
Yeah. Okay, one sec.
I'll get a drink while you're doing that.
Sorry. Oh, never mind. It's alright. Sorted. Alright.
All good, yeah?
Nice. Yeah.
So yeah, if that answers your question, Naming, Foo Fighters definitely. Yeah, they're just that one band to me.
Fair enough.
What about you, Ben? Any artists that have caused a huge shift in your life?
Artists and huge shift in my life. That's a hard question for me, because like, I don't know. That's really difficult because I'm not like, I've never really been attached like so attached to like a group of music and stuff. I've always been like explorative of music genres and stuff. I never really like found myself. I don't know. I never really get attached to an artist. You know?
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not.
I mean, you don't have to be.
What's happened?
There are other outlets that are like big shifts in life and stuff like that. They influence you.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
give me a sec. Let me think. I don't know. I don't know. I might have to come back to this next week or something.
Fair enough. That's alright, man.
I'll have a little think about it, Amy. I'll have to think about that.
Not everyone has their lives influenced by art. It's just the way it is sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard to think, have I ever been influenced by art? I definitely think well, I will say this, right? Like, in terms of our channel and, like, my editing style, I've always, like, felt like the editing style that I've been influenced by the most was actually Super Butter Buns.
Oh, same.
Because it's, like...
Yeah, I get you.
It's like the clip, like, a random moment or like a clip in the video or something, like that sort of thing. That's always been like an influence from like Super Butter Buns, because like she makes her videos all like really ridiculous and nutty, and that's like kind of how I've always wanted our videos to be, but obviously not to that extent, because like sometimes her videos just are like insane.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I get you.
But
when I put in too many edits, my editor starts to lag, so...
Yeah.
It can be hard, but I would love to cram loads of edits in videos like that, definitely.
Yeah, it is difficult though, because sometimes you just don't have the material to do it. You know? Sometimes I only do it to when we have like the material to do it. Like if we say something, I'm like, oh yeah, that's got to be an edit. But like sometimes it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
But I wouldn't say. But in terms of like, so yeah, I guess YouTubers, like, she's definitely one of them.
There are, so totally count as artists. So we create shit. That's called art. So definitely that counts. Absolutely.
Okay.
Oku. What up?
Oku.
Joe has frequently mentioned he loves his evil characters. A loving fan. I do love that redeeming quality to morally heinous people. One of his favorite tropes. This in turn made me think of something. What are your favorite tropes? And give us examples where it has been done wonderfully and one where it has been done poorly. Ooh.
My favorite trope.
Okay. Alright. I've got one, actually.
I've got one as well.
Do you want to go first?
I really love so cliche though. I really love this trope of revenge.
Okay, no, same here. Keep going. Keep talking.
I thought it was really done well.
Go off, King.
I actually really liked it in Tales of Berseria.
Oh, that's a great one.
The revenge.
Yeah, that's great.
Like all the characters were after revenge in that story for some reason or other.
Yeah.
And I thought that the revenge story trope was really good there. But again, like, it's cliche because it always ends up being like, but it won't bring you happiness.
Yep, that's always the way.
But I just like
the
that
cycle of revenge and all that.
For some reason, there's just something about the idea of wanting payback on someone that I find fascinating sometimes.
So that's a good one then for you.
Yeah.
What about poorly?
Okay, poorly done.
What's a bad one?
Poorly done revenge story. That's hard actually. How do you think? I have to think about that.
Like what revenge one was like too overly edgy, or like missed a point entirely, or was unwarranted, or the revenge wasn't fulfilled for a stupid reason, or something like that.
Not in games, but I would say in like
outside games works too, mate. Go for it.
Yeah, I would say in media, like there are. I'm trying to think. Hold on, give me a second. This is like off the top of my head. I thought, like, I liked Kill Bill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
I've watched that.
I just thought the revenge, I guess, like, I didn't think it was done great because there wasn't much to it. In a way, it was more just the violence, not like there wasn't much story behind it. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, there was like 2 parts to that like
There
Kill Bill
was.
Volume 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But like, it was just like, it just felt like violence after violence. It didn't really feel like it had a plot.
It's the essence of a Tarantino film, excessive violence, especially at the end.
Yeah, but it didn't have substance in my eyes.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
It was just like, it was very, like, artistically, in the violence, it was really good. Absolutely. But like, the plot of the revenge wasn't there, you know?
Okay.
Like,
wasn't the revenge story that her husband got killed during her wedding? Like she's
yeah, but
the
that was
bride,
like,
right?
yeah, and I get that, but like, it was just like, I don't know, maybe it was just because it was so drawn out and it was like going on too long, and then I don't know. It's just violence after violence. That movie's literally just a violence fest.
I remember at the beginning of part 2 where it's like, oh, she's back, she's gonna kill everyone, she's gonna get revenge on Bill, and then she immediately eats shit. Like, she opens up a door and then just gets put in there's a scene where she's buried underground in the coffin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's a great way to make your protagonist feel like a bit of a moron. You know? Like, that just happens immediately. From what I can remember, it's been ages since I've seen that, but I just remember.
Yeah, it's been a while, but like, I do remember not thinking it was a very good revenge plot. I mean,
Fair enough.
I don't know. Yeah. My opinions after all. Just my opinions, don't get mad at me.
You covered yourself really well there, Ben. Now people will definitely not get mad at you.
Oh, cheers.
Because you told them
what
to
about
not
you,
to.
Joe? Characters,
Okay.
plot, tropes.
Alright, so I'm a sucker for a redemption story. Whether that be like a long route, where because the quote is that redemption isn't the destination, it's the journey, right?
Yeah.
So like, whether a character realizes that and they're doing their best and they don't expect forgiveness, or they end up dying for a big sacrifice, or another one that interests me is the level of forgiveness that characters give to people who have done them wrong. Now, this is definitely a big one for whether it's done wonderfully and poorly, because there's loads of examples of like forgiving characters and whether it's like done well or not. So, alright, let's start with the worst. I've already got one already. So I used to watch a lot of Naruto back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay, I've watched the whole of Naruto Part 1. I've done Naruto Shippuden. I know of what I've not watched Boruto, but I know what happens. And now I get the whole point of the series is to stop the cycle of hate. So people gotta stop being meanies to each other and stop because wars will keep on happening and all that stuff. But sometimes there are just characters that are so far beyond forgiveness. Like, they are just evil. They are just evil. And when you try and forgive those characters, I'm not gonna lie, you look like a bit of a villain.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you are kind of a doormat and a moron for doing that. And, like, I get a lot of the bad characters turned around or whatever, but, like,
but
I don't think the redemption fit the crimes. And I'm going to talk about Orochimaru. Holy fuck! Actual ninja terrorist. Literally stealing little boys just so he can, like, corrupt their bodies for immortality just because he was curious. Human experiments. He took over an entire village, got them to murder each other, chose the ones who were stronger, corrupted, fucking manipulated everyone and everything, assaulted the village like most of the evil people do. Naruto invites him to his wedding.
Yeah. That's crazy. There's a bit of a suspension of disbelief, right?
And it's like, yo, we're watching you, but we need you. And it's like, no, the crime has just, it's too high,
it's too
dude.
high. That's a bad example.
They just let him get away.
Yeah.
And even Sasuke does horrible shit. And I'm like, I get he's your mate, but fuck me, he's done some terrible shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is like levels of like of oppression and instigation and murder and like the threats, and it's just like, it doesn't really sit well with me. And I get that people like vibe with like the whole forgiveness thing, but for me personally, I just didn't admit it. Forgiving literal a ninja terrorist. like
Yeah.
who wants to basically just experiment on people and murder a bunch of people for his own wants and just does not feel bad about it at all. It's like, it doesn't sit well, but it just left a bad taste in my mouth. I feel like, yeah, you can forgive other people, they're victims, like whatever, they truly are victims. Like, they get a little like a redemption, sort of like, they've got a redeeming quality to them. Orochimaru does not. Fuck him. You shouldn't have invited him to your wedding. That's fucked up. So that's an example of me seeing it be done poorly. Another one, actually, which kind of was weird to me, and this might be controversial. I feel like the one I said already is quite controversial, but again, these are my opinions. Is in Danganronpa 3 the anime?
Oh.
So,
wait, which part?
It's the ending. So, all the deaths, all of the murdering, all of the killers, all the people who got killed, they all come back from the simulation, right? Everyone's alive, they're all good, everything is fine and dandy, and we're all happy, we're gonna go off on a little boat, have a little, like, cruise party, and it's all gonna be fine or whatever.
Yeah.
Did they forget about the guy who literally manipulated everyone with a big gambit into killing themselves?
Yeah.
Just because hope.
Yeah.
Did they ever forget about the time where someone got their neck sliced by a box cutter by some crazy nurse?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, the only good one I feel is like okay, bro, I see why you had to do it. Was in chapter 3 of Nekomaru and Gundam, because they knew the stakes and they knew that one of them had to go in order to save everyone else. That was actually really good. I actually really liked that part.
Yeah.
So it's a shame that it kind of undoes it all with like the anime bringing them all back to life. And it's like,
I get you.
And I'm thinking like, are you really like cool with the fact that Peko bashed your brains in with a baseball bat when you were like, when you went over there to like to apologize? I do feel, and it's a bit like it's definitely like a thing to talk about, but for me it just. I don't know, man. I don't think I could live with that.
I do feel like the anime did kill a bit of, like, the impact that Danganronpa 2 had. It kind of destroyed it. So, like, if you pretend it doesn't exist, it's still a good game.
I know they're, like, supposed to be ultimate despair and whatnot, but I still feel like they were a bit too easily forgiven with each other.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're a big family, but we fucking killed each other in horrible ways. And we did it with intent. So,
suspension of disbelief, right? That is the hard one. Yeah, I get you.
So about that time that you're that you bashed my head in with a baseball bat, despite the fact that I want to talk things over with your childhood friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for that, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I need to play it. Maybe I need to play it again for a better perspective. But I think back now I go, oh man, that was weird. Okay, but now for a good example of it. Let's talk about the good things. Okay, so I kind of now this is gonna be a real weird one. Now. People might get blown away by this because it's a Kingdom Hearts one, actually.
Oh shit! Okay,
yeah, I know.
Here we go.
I actually really like Riku's redemption story.
Yeah, he's got a great redemption story.
It's actually really good. I know Sora forgives him easy for a lot of things, but it's the inner turmoil with him that is depicted with the whole like darkness inside him and stuff.
Yeah.
Chain of Memories, which is one of my favorite Kingdom Hearts games, funny enough. So again, my takes should be taken with a grain of salt.
I get ya.
The dude is legit remorseful for what he did in 1.
Yeah.
For being a stupid idiot 14-year-old and being really easy manipulated by the most evil-looking characters in the franchise.
Yeah.
But the dude literally gets his penance for so many games and spin-off games.
Yeah.
And you feel it a little bit. The way it's portrayed with the darkness, and I know it's cheesy and all, but I actually think it's a really good depiction of like his own inner darkness and his own inner turmoil, and how like he feels like he doesn't deserve the kindness that Sora gives him, but he's still.
Oh, sorry, Joe.
Huh?
They're here now. Quick, I gotta quickly get the package.
Oh, I thought.
Just come, so.
Oh, I thought they already came.
I thought it was, but sorry. Let me get back to you. 1 sec. Sorry, mate. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Ben's got to do a lot of editing. His dogs and everything.
Oh, sorry about that. They arrived now.
You back?
Sorry, I got it.
You back? Nice.
Yeah. So
And
you're
what
talking about Riku and he's in the darkness.
But what I really like about Riku's story is that it's about forgiving himself, and that becomes his own like road to dawn kind of thing, where
I liked
where
that.
he accepts that he's fucked up and that darkness will always be there. What he did will never ever leave him because he royally screwed the pooch and was a big stinky poopy butthole about a lot of things. But then he's like, I did that, but I choose to live with that. But I need to learn to forgive myself because I've got lovely people who support me, and really it's about me forgiving myself, and that becomes his own, road to dawn. I choose to walk the road of light and dark kind of thing, and it's really cool to see him mature and do the story. And I think that's really cool. Actually, that's like the one thing well, not the one thing, but it's the one thing I'll give Kingdom Hearts a massive pass on. Despite all the other like cryptic bullshit that it always goes on about.
Yeah.
But I really like Riku's story. I thought Riku had a really nice character arc. Like I really liked it a lot. I also kind of like another one which is touched up upon in like where, okay, so kind of a spoiler. Final Fantasy VII spoilers, in case anyone is listening at the moment. Give me a big
OG 7, right?
Yes, OG.
Okay.
Giving you guys a big warning for that. 3, 2, 1. There's a bit where Vincent Valentine talks about, like, Sephiroth is beaten, right?
Yeah.
That's one. And he's like, I still don't feel good. I still feel like the act of me not doing anything about what Hojo did to, I forgot her name now. The Krishi, I think her name is. Dirge of Cerberus stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Is like, I still haven't forgiven myself for that. It's over, but I still don't feel good in that, I kind of like it when when the atoner realizes what they've got to atone for, and they realize that it's a journey and not like a destination. And even when characters do forgive, they're like, nah man, I fucked up, bro. Like, I'd straight up. And I appreciate you forgiving me, but there's still a lot of work for me to be done on that. Another one is actually in Hades 1. Where it's like, I'll try to remember the specifics of it. But basically, the relationship between Hades and Zagreus has deteriorated so much that even though... even though, like, he's forgiven him for what he did with, like, his mum and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he forgives him, but I remember there's a really good quote where he feels like the relationship between the two has still been damaged too far because of it. To come back from it.
Be fixed. Yeah.
Like, it's like a permanent poison because of what's happened in the past. I like it when games sort of depict that. There's not an easy forgive button with stuff. That's dumb.
Not like Naruto.
Yeah, if you to relive with your, and don't get me wrong, there are characters in Naruto who do did sacrifice themselves because they've already fucked up. But there's Orochimaru, which I don't agree with at all. Like, that one is just a bad one. But there are other stuff in Naruto that I think is cool. Like, I like the pain and Nagato stuff. That was really fun. I like that Madara's just an arsehole and no one forgives him, which is good. We need more arsehole twat characters. Which is Orochimaru, but he gets forgiven. So, okay, yeah, alright, whatever, sure. Then keep on doing his thing. Being a...
Anyway,
that's when it went too far for me. But yeah, no, there's a bunch of examples where I like the trope. But that's one of my favorite tropes here, Oku. Yeah, the atoner trope.
Nice.
It's cliche, but again, I like it. Just like your revenge trope. Then
it's always a trope. Trope's a trope for a reason, right?
Yeah, I like them, man. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
So thank you for that question. That was a good one. Okay. Always a good one. Ned Scribbles. Right. So speaking of LPs, what cursed running gag on a Let's Play that you are we most proud of? Like a character out of character works, like Suichi obsession with Duster, Salvatore's failed marriage in Pokemon, or the friend zone thing with Latenna and Elden Ring.
Oh yeah.
Evil Hop is up there.
Okay, I mean this one's really easy for me. Personally, like one of the best running gags we had, obviously, I feel for me personally, was the bomb inside.
Oh yes, absolutely. That one's really
That
good.
was such a good run.
Where did the plot come from? We just made up our own lore.
We just made up our own
What was that?
I was just like, I was so
Why is it so good?
inspired by the nutty story that we were picking up in Ultra Spare Girls. I was like, I want to know how it ends. Like,
you made it.
Yeah. I mean, I had help though. I had help from some people. Well,
Reading it was really fun. Because even I was like, what have I got to read, and how has it come to this?
Yeah, me and True Divination wrote it together.
It was so fun.
It was funny. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was really fun. It was really dumb. But
We got loads of running gags. They're just fun. Like Evil Hop was a fun one too from Pokemon Sword.
Oh yeah, Evil Hop.
Everything just sort of fell into place, and it all started from him not having a frame in his parents' house. It's all Leon, the dude who has it all, and I was like, oh, this is ripe for tragic backstory.
Yeah.
Ripe.
And it worked with his character storyline as well for some weird reason.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
We had a really funny one. We had like a big laser cannon aimed at like the region or some shit. It was like,
oh shit, yeah.
So stupid.
Oh, what was your favourite?
Obsessed with type matchups. That was definitely one of them. And Almost Rider, absolutely. Or him.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was him. Really good stuff.
Oh shit.
So funny. Oh dear.
What would you say your favourite was though?
Of course, for lore as well. Those ones. Those are the ones.
Shit, yeah,
I'm proud of those.
Yeah.
That's answering the question.
Yeah, that was good. They were good. They were good. Oh shit, yeah. No, Bomb Inside Him. No, that was still my like absolute top tier.
Bomb Inside
I don't
Him was
think I'll
so
ever
good.
top that. I don't know. That was so hard.
Loved it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Okay.
Last question.
Another scribbled question. Last one. Of all the years you guys been doing LPs, which mean, rude comments that stick out with you most to this day, even comments that are just so comedically rude, you just had to laugh at, or generally upsetting ones that actually managed to get under your skin? Oh, that's actually a good question.
This is a juicy one, man. Okay. So, the ones that are so bad that I comically laugh at, which we have actually lampshaded a lot in Sekiro, are the ones that accuse us for not being blind.
Oh,
that's when I just have to laugh, because it's like the reason they come up with is so absurd, and
some of them are
so paranoid. I'm like, the funniest one was definitely like someone accusing us that we've played Dark Souls 3 before because we knew to go for the menus, and it's like,
oh, that was so good.
We've been through 2 games worth of the exact same menus. What are you on about? Like,
that was so fun. I don't remember who said that comment, but that was like legit.
Went down history, that one. Went down history.
So funny.
That one was so funny, yeah.
Oh, the other one I always remember. I don't remember who said it though. I don't remember the username, but
no, we don't want to call people out by usernames.
No. I can't remember the username, but your accents, they put.
Oh, that was on Reddit. Go figure.
Was that Reddit comment?
Of all places, that was on Reddit. Yeah, that was a Reddit comment.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah,
that was fucking funny. Yeah, that one was really good.
Yeah, fake British accents.
Oh my god, fake British accents.
Oh shit,
yes,
that was funny.
In it. Governor, Bob's your uncle.
Oh my god, yeah. But in terms of comments, like, I guess like I don't really see many like really rude comments, because like obviously we have the mods like deal with them.
Some of them keep them
before. They don't really keep them, do they? Like,
some do, some don't.
Oh.
I can remember a lot, that's for sure.
You seen some rude comments?
The ones that make me sad, not the ones that make me sad. Okay, let's swap around. The ones that annoy me the most, are the ones that go through old LPs and tell us about trivia and fun facts. Not like trivia and fun facts, but it's like telling us sort of like, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they think they're correct, and they tell it to you in a very matter-of-fact kind of way. On LPs that are like 5 years old, and they're going through the series, and they've got nothing good to say about it. It's just them saying things and talking shit.
Oh,
you know,
not what?
No.
I like
They never say.
trivia and fun facts.
They never say good there, but they say it in a very matter of fact kind of way, where it's like, no, it's this. This is not your opinion. This is a fact. This is correct. We got loads.
Oh, what, where they say like,
this looks nothing like this person. What are you talking about? That kind of thing. Actually,
okay.
no. This person is this and that. Blah blah blah. You're not allowed to have an open mind on this character. This character is this. That sort of thing, right?
oh,
And
right,
they go
I
through
get you.
and they go through an entire series, and they don't say anything good or anything like funny that's happened. They're just like, no, they just constantly correct you about everything, and they do it in like a very blunt and very like blasé sort of like way. It's like, oh yeah, I can see why you think that, but actually this and that, blah blah blah. Like you can do actually comments without being like a really blunt twat about it. Like the sort of comments where it feels like you've had no social interaction with anyone, and we are just not human beings to you, and we're just a channel to watch. There are those comments, and then there are the really hurtful ones, which we have got sometimes, which is just like people talking mad shit, and we have had that before. Where it's like, you should know this. Why didn't you do that? I don't get it. I'm confused. They're like, the pisses and the moaners, which make me think, why are you watching this if it really feels like that you're not having a good time with this?
Hate watching.
Yeah, that's what it feels like sometimes. Yeah, no one's like, if you've not got anything good to say at all in any of the videos, it's like, what are you doing, man? Like, you know, we're here for fun.
Down other people.
It's just us having fun and drinking.
I get that. I can
playing a game. But people just take it way too, like, yeah, you can like give us facts and correct us on stuff. That's fine.
I love the fun facts,
cool with that. But sometimes people are just so. I feel like they take things way too seriously sometimes, and it's like, this is not a fun vibe, dude. This is not Gucci.
Yeah, sometimes it gets a bit heavy.
Dial it back a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I can
chill
get
out.
that.
People don't chill. People got no chill sometimes. It's just an LP. Like, it's just our place to play in a game. So, are people who want us to play the game how they want us to watch it?
I don't like
the real control freaks.
Yeah, that's weird. It's like, you need to go do this now. Like,
I mean, the ones who just put in spoilers.
People are like, oh, there might be, like, they drop a hint or something, and they're like, oh, there might be something, but not like if it's like really forceful, demanding, like, go and do this now. Like, what are you doing? Yeah,
I get that. We know we're piss takers, right? Me and Ben love to have a laugh, and obviously we love it when people have a joke as well in the comments. And like, I like the one where obviously like you stab me with a pen and like, oh, Joseph should have counted it. That's hilarious. That's really funny to me. And we miss things too. And some people are like, oh, they miss something as usual. This is what I expected from a one-shot plays video. And some people are just, you know, there are people who are so worse than that, where they're just very condescending about a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
And it's oh, look at this. This is a mechanic in a video game. It's so hard to make a video game sometimes. It's almost like this was created for the sake of doing that. Oh, I'm sure would have been sick if they didn't do that. And it's like, you need to fucking grow a fucking pair of balls, man, because you're being a real dick about it. And that's what upsets me, man, because that's not the vibe we want. We don't want people being condescending.
But generally, like,
when people go, oh, you missed this, and then that's fine. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
But people are being twats about it, then you can just go fuck off. I won't even like read the rest of your comment if you're being a dick about it.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. Because like I feel like people do forget we do drink, and like sometimes being drunk, you do like forget shit. Like,
it's fine. They tell us to forget shit, but they forget that we drink, and it's like, why are you being a dick about it when you also forget? Oh no. Anyway, it's nothing. We're used to it now. We have drinks,
get drunk, and play games. Like, none of it is ever taken seriously in our eyes. So I don't know why, like, obviously the story, like, obviously because me and Joe are very passionate about, like, the whole, like, we get into the characters. We love, like, story and stuff, and we always get into the characters, and we take all that stuff seriously, but we don't, like, the gameplay and all that and stuff, like, it's not to the point where it's like, oh, shit, like, this is gonna destroy my life.
It feels like that way. Some comments get a bit over dramatic sometimes. I get that passion too, but sometimes you just gotta, like, you know, be a bit more loose of it and just be like, you know, just word things a bit better. But hey, I know I'm asking for a lot for the internet, And nothing will stop them from coming. And it's just something we got to deal with in the line of work. That is the work. We've been doing this for 7 years.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. All you got to do is hide them and get rid of their comment. And that's it. That's all it is, really.
No. Generally, though, we're pretty good with it. The mods usually check over all the comments. So, like, we tend not to see
Oh, yeah. Comments are great.
the worst of it.
Mods have been great, yeah.
What mods are really good. Thank you, mods, for always keeping the comment section in a nice.
Yeah. And I guess
pleasant place
spoilers
to
are a
be.
big one as well, but that's the obvious one.
Yeah.
Which I've not been spoiled on, because mods are on
really good
point.
Mods.
Yeah, they are. They're on point. So good job,
Yeah.
mods. You're doing fantastic. That's kind of it. Yeah, that was a very juicy question. But there you go.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Content creators are
Thank
also
you.
people.
Content creators are people.
We work hard and it sucks to see them, but we can't stop them. It's just the way it is, so it's fine.
We're not just a video powered
whatever.
pumping machine that just pumps out video after
It's
video
fine.
after video after video. We have feelings. We are human.
I mean, that's, you can argue about that on social media and forums too. People don't treat each other like people because they're anonymous behind a screen. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
That's a topic for another time. That is it for the questions,
That
I
is
believe.
it for
We're done.
us. Cheers. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you so much to Dionysus for continually to support me and Joe with joining the Patreon. I'm getting my words now.
Yeah. You already birds are wicked. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. You keep us afloat more than YouTube does, more than you think. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah, it really does.
So cheers, guys. Thank you for that. Right.
Thank you so much.
That's going to be it, I
if
feel.
if you wanna send in any questions for the next Dionysus podcast, feel free to join the Dionysus on Patreon.
Yep.
And we will see you in the next in the next podcast, Tavern Talks.
Thanks, everyone.
My
See you
words
next
are losing
time.
it.
Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone.